When personal growth creates relationship tension, how to honor your growth with integrity. Key points. Growth within a relationship can feel like distance. Your growth is an invitation to deepen honesty, not to disconnect. Love is about making space for who you're both becoming. Sometimes you're just moving through life, minding your pace, carrying your story when you meet someone on their own road. The connection feels right, like your paths were meant to run parallel, and so you begin to walk together. You share stories, and without even realizing it, you find a way to stay in sync, even if it means bending slightly to meet their pace. But growth has a way of shifting even the most carefully learned rhythm. One day something inside you begins to stir, like a soft awareness, a feeling that is undeniable and unstoppable. You start needing more space, more room to breathe, and little by little, your steps begin to change, until one day you realize you're not walking together anymore. You're near each other, sure, but your pace has changed, and the gap between you has widened. You don't recognize it as growth. You assume it's something worse. Are we drifting? You think. Is this the beginning of the end? You start to worry, and it becomes harder to pretend that nothing has changed. When growth creates tension and guilt. So often we talk about the beauty of personal growth and evolution, but rarely do we talk about how it can create distance between people who were once beautifully aligned. We don't discuss how unsettling it is to realize the road that brought you together might not be the one to carry you forward. Internal evolution can be disruptive, to say the least. It can make you braver, more willing to take risks, more aware that the version of you who first joined your partner on this path wasn't your truest self. It was the version running on fumes, always trying to be what you thought they wanted. And you didn't even know this was happening, not really. Not until you started peeling back the layers. But this evolution can lead to tension in your relationship. Not because you're doing anything wrong, but because the original dynamic is no longer sustainable. Being honest and open about what you need may feel empowering for you, but it can feel threatening to a partner who fell in love with the older version of you. The always available you, the problem solver, the one who never asked for much and silenced frustrations for the sake of harmony. And when your partner doesn't seem to be evolving in the same direction, or at all, that gap becomes harder to ignore. Over time, you start to feel anger, resentment, even loss. Why aren't you growing with me? You might.